So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the stuff that I take with me into the woods no matter where I am, where I go. I always have this stuff with me. And I'll talk a little bit about what I use it for and what it is. So this is the Gransford Brook Wildlife Hatchet, and I use this all the time. I carry it with me everywhere. Works great. I definitely recommend it. I also carry my personal bush knife, which is the TBS Boar, and I use this almost more than any other tool I have, and I definitely recommend getting one of these. Alright, so on this bag, as you can see, I made this bag. It's a coyote flap and a turtle shell front and a buckskin back. And I have this on here, and I'll explain this here in a second. I carry this knife, and this is a knife made in Norway, and it's called a Hele knife, and I use it all the time for just small carving, anything I want to do small. I always have it on here. And I carry a little sundial compass that I've made, and I'll explain how to use one of these in another video. And so this, I have it on a toggle, a bone toggle, which I made. And if I want, I can just slide this through, and here's my so it's actually a little pot, and in here I carry animal fat saturated cloth, and I mean it burns great. Or what I use it for is I use it to take care of all my tools, the blades, the handles, because all my tools are high carbon steel and they rust, so that keeps them nice. Carry bank line and some parachute cord and some extra canvas, which I use when I'm making teas or anything that I need to strain. I use this and I strain it. I carry an extra cork for my canteen, which I usually don't have my canteen with me unless I'm going on a ways, hike or trip or whatever I plan on doing. And this comes in real handy. It's what I carry all that in, but it's also, I can collect stinging nettle with it. I can collect anything that's, like, if I need to get some poison ivy out of the way, which I've never got poison ivy, but I mean this works great. Or if you're, it's like works as a hot pad, pick it up like that, which is great. I just slide this back in here, just like that. Have some just like that. And my toggle, it just goes right back in this little loop I made in here. Alright, so in here I carry a skinning knife, and these are made by Jeff White. They're great knives. He has all different kinds of designs. This is the Mini Nessmuk Skinner, and Nessmuk was a explorer that was in the Northeast, and this was made after he wrote lots of books and explained all the stuff that he carried and did, and this is one of the knives that he recommended in his book and described in his book, and it works great. I use it for skinning all the time. Just I can get my hand in there, skin stuff out. That's all I use it for. And in here I have a sewing kit, and this is actually a Sami Indian repair kit, and what it is, it's a piece of bamboo that I've wood burned on there, obviously, but I pull this out, and here's the stopper. Pull it out like this, and in here I have wax thread and a whole assorted thing of needles of all different sizes, and I carry that with me anywhere I go. I use it all the time just to patch stuff up. It works great. Carry that in here. I carry pitchwood glue, which I use a lot, and this is made from charcoal and sap boiled down and all mixed together. And I have another Sammy kit, and this one's made out of antler, and in this one I carry a little bit of fishing supplies, just a couple flies that I've made and some fish hooks and a little bit of fish line. And I use that quite a bit too. And then I have my fire starter kit, and in this one I just have flint and steel, and I have some cloth to make char cloth. I even have a little bit of leftover char cloth in here, which I use that. Okay, and this is the main. In here I also have a little sundial and a compass. Works great. Alright, so this is my little toolkit, and out of everything that I've been doing and done out in the woods, these tools in here is all I need to survive, to live out in the woods. With the exception of I have a folding buck saw and a Scandinavian forest stacks made by the same company that made this one, Gransford, and those would be the two exception tools that I would take with me if I was actually going to go live. So, let's see if I can open this up and see. Okay, so I have a owl that I made, and this works great for just owl and putting a hole through a log, like a stick, a bone, anything. I've used it a lot. And this is another type of owl, and this one is, I use it for punching through leather so I can sew, just even putting smaller holes into wood. I carry a little bit of sandpaper, super fine, and a little bit coarser sandpaper, and then a small carving knife, which I use constantly. And these tools are all high carbon steel, so they rust really bad. I have to keep them oiled. And this is a bowl adze, which I use a lot. I forged this out of a horseshoe file, and what it is is I'd get another stick like this, kinda with a hole in it, and that would go in there a lot farther, and I'd stick another stick in there as a wedge, and I'd use it like this, kinda, to dig out a bowl. Like the bigger ones, they make really big ones that for canoes. You can build a canoe. If I had to, I could dig out a canoe with this, which would really suck, but it would work. And then I have some extra rolls of wax thread. I have a spoon knife. I have another spoon knife here too. And you can see the difference. I think these are the best. I can do bigger stuff a lot quicker, or I can do little fine stuff tight spaces with this one. I have a piece of pitchwood, which if I have to start a fire really quick, I can use this and I can really get a fire going quick. In this, I carry beads and some little tiny drill bits, which I'll show you guys in another video how to make a hand drill for a drill to drill holes into wood. And this is one of the bits. I have 3 different sizes. So you can kind of see the beads that I have in there. Then I have a whetstone, super fine and a little bit coarser. And then I would definitely recommend getting these sharpeners. It's a 3-pack. They come in a 5-pack too, which I would recommend too. But they're called Easlap Diamond Hone and Stone sharpeners, and they make a medium one, fine one, and a super fine. And I have the medium, the fine, and the super fine. And the ticks are horrible out here. And this is a draw knife. I didn't make this. This was made by Self-Reliance Outfitters. I would definitely recommend checking out their website. That's where I've gotten a lot of different stuff that I've used and use all the time. And check out Dave Canterbury's primitive survival videos on YouTube. That's where I've learned so much from him. I would definitely recommend checking him out. And then last but not least, I carry a spearhead, which I made, and I'd use this all the time. I've speared a lot with this thing. So it's just nice, flat, easy to carry. I have holes drilled in. I can just get a shaft and put it on there and it'll work. And I was going to show you, I carry a little pouch on me at all times. Right here, you can see here, along with my knife. And I carry a flint striker. Let's see if I can find a piece of flint right here. It's usually all over here. I don't see one right now, but it's just, I would show you in here. I have this flint right here. There. So I carry that. I carry a little bit of sandpaper to get the rust off my knife. I carry a ferro rod, which works great, especially if you have the pitch wood. Just like that. And I carry a little mini sharpener for my knife. It's just a broken off piece of the super fine Easlap sharpeners that I was showing you earlier. Just like that. That's how I do it, just like that. And I always have it on there, in there, so if I ever need to, I can sharpen my knife. So, well, I'll be back with more videos later on, and hopefully this was helpful and you guys were able to learn something. If you have any more questions, just feel free to ask.